Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, viewers, and the world out there. Today, we're doing a healing spread for the sign of Gemini. Now, in this message, we are going to look into the subconscious blockages that are holding us back and how we can start the process of moving forward, how we can transmute that energy. Okay. Now, if you find the messages helpful or resonating for your situation, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's welcome, and it does help to set intentions for future messages. So let's just dive right into the energy here, Gemini. See what we can see. This will probably resonate for the next couple months. Healing is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Most important message here for Gemini, Spirit, past, present, and future. Show me Gemini's energy and the energy surrounding Gemini at this time, please and thank you. Gemini, in your past, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Sun energy. So in the past, I feel like there was a connection that you put a lot of time, attention, energy into to create this safe space, this happy space for you and this person. And I'm going to clarify all of this, but I honestly feel like this really didn't work out in your favor. I feel like this person was very controlling, very manipulative. I feel like even now, still, you find remnants of this relationship coming through in your energy, okay? We're going to clarify all of this here in a moment. Currently, you're dealing with a particular person in your life that may not be as bad as this past person, but they're still not good for you. And if you look at this energy in a roundabout way, I'm sure that you could say this person is a person who may not be as difficult as this past person that you were dealing with, but there's definitely an energy of them draining you. Now, whether this is your energy, maybe this is even money, because the money bag is standing out for me in this reading. Now, in the future, Gemini, I feel like you're headed towards a lot of peace, a lot of happiness, abundance, but I feel like you're also, there's this personal path, and I'm getting this, even though the Hermit is getting clear on your purpose, on your path, I'm getting a healing type of a vibe. So I feel like your purpose, your path here, Gemini, is that of a person who helps other people. And so with that path, with that purpose, you're going to need a specific type of a person that also enjoys helping other people. Definitely a need to set boundaries. Let's clarify the energy before we get any deeper. Now, again, guys, if you find the messages helpful or resonating, let's give it a thumbs up. Pretty please and thank you. I'm going to start here by clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Sun energy. Could have been a Leo you were dealing with. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Definitely a person with Leo in their chart. King of Rods in the reverse, the Page of Swords. So the King of Rods in the reverse, the King of Wands, you see. Clarifying this is in the reverse. So this, again, is a person who is very controlling, manipulative, probably somebody who's very aggressive. Currently, there's somebody here that you have a very intense connection with and you're not willing to let this person go. However, there's some karmic ties that this person is still working through with this Devil energy. And even though, Gemini, I feel like you're very aware of this, Maybe this is addiction for a lot of you. This person could be trying to overcome addiction or some sort of bad habit that they're aware that they need to release, but are still having a difficult time doing so. I feel like you bring in that balance to this person, but you still need to protect your energy, if that makes sense. Okay. Clarify the outcome, and then we are going to pull out another deck and look into how to shift this energy, because I feel like right now there's a lot of worry, a lot of fear about the future, about where this is headed, about if this person is meant to be on your path, and how this is going to play out. And I honestly feel here, Gemini, the main blockage that I'm seeing coming out in this reading is setting boundaries, putting yourself first. Now, what are boundaries, right? Boundaries sound so rigid. Boundaries sound so icky. Like, who wants to set a boundary? Who wants to abide by a rule, right? However, boundaries aren't necessarily a means to control another person. And maybe that's the perspective shift that needs to take place. A boundary is simply setting a barrier around yourself, what you will accept and what you won't accept. It's a way to protect your own energy without blocking everybody out. You see what I mean? So when you show up in a relationship, when you show up in a partnership, taking time to express your needs and your expectations is important. So what does that mean? What you need in order to continue to want to stay in this relationship. What your ideal vision of what a relationship looks like needs to be discussed and communicated. Okay? Same thing with those absolute no's, those things that you will not accept, the things that you won't go back on. Needs to be communicated. And you don't have to do this in a rigid manner, Gemini. This is telling me that there is a person presently in your energy that you feel a very intense connection with, but at times feel disconnected because of this boundary issue. And maybe for a lot of you, the reason why you're not wanting to express your boundaries is because at some point in the past, most likely with this past person, those needs were never met or those boundaries were expressed and ignored. You see what I mean? So now you're looking at this like, what's the point? This person will be completely different. Also understand, Gemini, that you have the power. So if your needs and expectations aren't being met, you have the option to walk away. Let's dive deeper into the energy. I want to first look at what needs to be released. What needs to be released here in this energy for Gemini? Spirit, please and thank you. My way or the highway. I heard my way or the highway. That's why I was laughing. Sorry, guys. 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Queen of Wands. So this is an energy of my way or the highway. This is like what needs to be released here, Gemini, is sometimes in relationships there has to be a compromise. It can't always be just your way. It can't always be just this other person's way either. However, that's where that understanding what your expectations are going to be, and also understanding that absolute no, the point of no return. That needs to be communicated, guys. That's why everybody's going around oblivious. Oh, well, they left me. I don't know why. What happened? I don't know why. But the other person is saying, well, they were lying. They were cheating. They weren't being honest. That's why. This person had an absolute no of no lying, and the other person didn't follow through. But somewhere along the lines, that barrier was never communicated. So that's where the confusion comes in. Right now, Gemini, You're in because of this past situation that you've already overcome. At any sign of disruption of the connection, any sign of, oh, this person might leave me, you're ready to walk out the door. Understandably so, because of what you went through in the past. So don't think that I'm judging or trying to beat you up or criticize you for that. It's a defense mechanism. It's a way to protect yourself. But there's a better way. By communicating what your needs and your expectations are. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So what will help you shift this energy? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Hanged Man doesn't come out. But I definitely feel like there's some things that need to be released, both on your behalf and on this person's behalf. For either you, this person, maybe this is both of you, I feel like there's like a form of punishment. So withholding energy is a form of punishment. Withholding sexual energy, withholding attention, time, affection, time spent, that is all a form of manipulation. It's better approached by communicating those needs, expectations. Also, understanding this person as they are, right? Especially if this is a person that you've dealt with for some time. For some of you, this is. It's a person that has been a friend or somebody you've been close to for some time. Instead of looking at it from a perspective of hurt, of protection, try and be open-minded about this. Understanding that the person that you're coming together with has gone through some experiences similar to yours, and they're in the same energy. That's why there's the back and forth energy between the two of you that I feel like is underlying in this message. Okay? You've been through a lot, Gemini, and at some point you have to open up, especially if you see a future with this person. You can't keep going down this path closed and guarded and expect this person to always and forever be there and show up accordingly and properly. It's almost like if you want the change, you kind of have to initiate it here with this person. Okay? You're really guarded at this time. I do feel like your walls are coming down slowly but surely. So just trusting the process and understanding when you're ready, right? When you're ready, there's no need to rush. There's no need to push. Just when you're ready, come to a clear understanding within yourself of what your needs and wants are in a relationship. So that way you can communicate that clearly. And for those of you that already have, but maybe you're afraid of the reaction, here's what I will say to that. If this person is disagreeing with those expectations and those needs, and they don't want to show up in that manner, then that person wasn't meant to be with you in the first place. So sometimes the reason why things are exiting out of our lives is for something better to come in and replace it. But I don't feel like that's what's coming out here. I honestly feel like this person will be open and willing to work through whatever it is that you guys need to work through together, as long as they know, right? How can they help you work through anything if they don't know what's going on? So where should Gemini focus their energy? Gemini, it's like you're really up in your head, overthinking, overanalyzing, and that's really what's creating this heavy burden. You're being called to get out of your head about this. You have to speak what's on your heart. You have to say what you need to say. So, and this isn't typical of Gemini. Usually Geminis are very outspoken, very just saying what's on their mind, saying how they feel. You must really want this to work because of how you're showing up in this message. I will say, I do feel like you both feel this intense connection. There's a reason why you're not able to walk away. There's a reason why they're not able to walk away. So anything hidden that Gemini needs to be made aware of? This person is healing from some things from their past, some sort of very difficult ending with this Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords to the Star. Okay, so something that they've gone through, and this doesn't have to be recent. This could be something that happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They're still healing from this. For a lot of you, this may be like something to do with children, because we have the Page of Coins here, divorce, or something about withholding of the children, the family dynamic, something along those lines. So this is something that they're actively healing from. This is something that once they're healed or they've transmuted the energy, they're going to show up completely different in relationships. Now, is that a good or a bad thing? It's going to depend on how they work through this energy. If they're resistant to this and they're always holding a grudge and they're holding on to resentment, they're going to carry that forward into a new relationship. But if they're able to take the lesson that they needed to learn from this and move forward in a positive direction, and maybe that's where you come in, Gemini, because I feel like, to be honest with you, you guys have similar experiences in relationships because of what you've gone through in your past. So maybe there's something here that you're meant to share or learn with each other, experience with each other, so you can learn this lesson together, overcome this obstacle together. So let's pull a few cards out here for your advice. Then I will pull out a Whispers of Healing message to sum up your reading. Thank you guys again for all the love and support. If you're interested in a personal reading like this, the information on how to schedule is linked below. Because I'm having some technical difficulties with my website at this time, just email me. And again, all the information on how to do so and why is all below in the description box. So your advice, Gemini: the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Hermit. You see, you guys both have this wall that you've built up around your heart, and rightfully so, protecting yourself. You guys are meant to come into each other's lives to help bring down this barrier and to move forward now. Will you guys move forward together? Will this be long-standing? For some of you, yes. Yes, this person is meant to be in your life long term. For others of you, no. This person isn't meant to be long term. It's meant to teach you a lesson and go. Okay? You won't know because of the moon energy on the bottom of the deck. You're not going to know when exactly this is. This is yet to be revealed. That's what the moon energy is talking about. So you have to trust the process and enjoy the journey. And I know that sounds so cliche. I know that every reader probably says that, but it's true. And it's a heavy lesson a lot of us have to learn on this journey, is to enjoy the journey instead of focusing on the outcome, including myself. So Whispers of Healing message to sum up your reading, Gemini. Thank you guys again for all the love and the support. We have strength. Unexpected change can leave you feeling unstable, anxious, and unclear of what to do next or what is most important right now. This is a normal human response. To reclaim your life and tap into your wisdom, connect to the strength of your heart and mind. Inner strength is the resilient certainty that comes from when you believe in yourself. Your strength shows up in different ways, such as willpower, positive attitude, trust, and self-reliance. It is the encouraging reflection and appraisal of yourself that makes you feel moral, competent, and bold. The things you do to create inner peace can also help you find strength. Affirm your spiritual values. Spend time out in nature. Do something to nurture yourself. Take time away from your work. What you feed your mind, either knowingly or unknowingly, impacts how you connect to others, to the world, and to yourself. Until you train your mind, you will go through life unable to access your greatest potential, power, and well-being. So Gemini, this is a lot like strength energy. This card talks about accepting things as they are and letting it flow. It's, in a nutshell, learning how to enjoy the journey, learning how to enjoy the process, no matter how difficult it may be. And try not to be so closed off to the experience because I feel like a little bit of a rigidity coming out either from you or your person. So I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but just try not to be closed off to this experience. This person was put on your path for a specific reason, divinely guided type of energy. So Gemini, I feel like that's a good solid message coming out for you guys for this next healing energy. Thank you guys again for all the love and support. For information on rituals or the ritual kits that I offer, personal readings, the drawing that we're going to do at 20,000 subscribers, information is all below in the description box. If you found the messages helpful or resonating for you, please give it a thumbs up or comment below how it helped. Thank you guys again for sharing time and space with me, and I look forward to reading your cards again soon. Namaste.